Morning, we're going to get started with your balance. I'm going to do whatever this takes in an etheric form, and then hopefully I'll be able to get a surrogate on the table to do the rest of it over the next day or two. But we'll get started and see how I go. So, because we were chatting over the weekend about the fact that their sensation's gone, I'm now wondering whether or not, because we've been working with the energy of the ovaries and the cervix and the uterus and all that pelvic inflammatory inflammation because of those past infections due to the side effects of, and all that inflammation due to all of that. So what I've got here, and I sort of muscle tested up a few of these and they tested up okay. So we'll sort of just see how we go. So we're going to, okay. Okay, so I'm going to just start with some generalized sexual energy affirmations and see how that goes. So my sex drive is increasing. My sex drive is increasing. Okay, there's a third layer of deep survival in that. Is there psychological reversal? Yes, there is. Yeah, right. But trust is shutting that down. So trust and trust issues. Yeah. So rather than wanting to trust someone, your brain whips into escape mode. My sex drive is increasing. I am beginning to feel sexually charged. I am beginning to feel sexually charged. Hidden deep survival again. And this time there's a safety issue with the deep survival pattern, with the psychological reversal. It is safe to let go of this problem. No. It is safer to keep this problem. Yes. Okay. My body is feeling more sexual every day. Okay, so this one's a deep survival pattern. And that's the brain wanting to run away again in the amygdala. My body is feeling more sexual every day. I am beginning to feel sexually charged. My sex drive is increasing. And with every affirmation, potentially squeeze those sit bones, squeeze those little muscles in there to get that kundalini traveling up and down your spine. With every affirmation, squeeze those muscles. No, body still wants more affirmations online. Okay. I will have powerful sexual experiences. I will have powerful sexual experiences. Hidden deep survival again. Okay. And there's something in your unconscious brain where your brain doesn't believe you deserve to have powerful experiences. So I deserve to let go of this problem. I deserve to keep this problem. Interesting. So that one isn't a psychological reversal, it's psychological confusion, because both of those were a lock. So your brain believes you deserve to have powerful experience, but it also believes you don't. Yeah, and that one's a pain and punishment circuit. So an old time when you've been in your brain punished because of something sexual, because of something pleasurable, where your brain went, don't do that again. Okay, there's another one. I am developing a powerful sex drive. I am developing a powerful sex drive. Hidden deep survival again. Psychological reversal, nope. Okay. Okay, now we've hit a spot where the body doesn't want any more affirmations, so we'll just sort of see where we go from here. So do we start with survival, deep survival, hidden deep survival, celestial? We have to start with celestial circuit. Okay. 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 It's the masculine side that is really struggling. And of course, our libido and our, you can imagine the caring part of our sexuality is the feminine side. It's the nurturing, it's the loving, it's the attention, it's all that stuff that has, it's why women have context to our sex. Whereas the masculine side is the libido, it's the let's do it now, it's the aggressiveness, it's the fun, it's that let's get into it and do it now, you know. So there's sort of like the two sides of our sexuality, but it's the masculine side, like even just with those online, your masculine side going, yeah, this is what I want. So we need to just bring it back into balance to get that connection happening between the yin and the yang of the sexuality. Oh, do I need the best technique? I do. Okay. Okay, recheck celestial circuit. That's better. Actually, first, second, third, so it's just balanced. Okay, good. Okay, do we need any further affirmations online? We just continue. Okay, so we're going to just continue. Now are we getting into the survival patterns? Is it EMC, MMC, PVSS? So it's PVSS, periventricular survival pattern. And let's face it, it's all about sensations, and periventricular survival system is all about the senses in your body, including the touch, which is all about sex for women. Okay. So a little part of your brain that is to do with being perfect under stress. And when we, I think we've chatted about this before. If you've got cancer, you can talk to people about it. If you've got heart disease, you can talk to people about it. If you've got diabetes, you can talk to people about it. But when we've got sexual issues, especially from past sexual infections, it's not something that you can say, hey, I've got HPV, or I've got chlamydia, or I've got, So it's not something that, it means that the narrow of window for you to talk about something that's very personal and very aggressively affecting your life isn't that easy, so the anterior cingulate gyrus is how you feel socially under stress in relation to your issues. And the brain just wanted to run away, so it didn't want to go there. It just does not feel okay in social situations when there's anything about your sexuality involved. Okay, next little area is about conflict. So it's sort of like, as we hopefully get that libido improved, we need you to have no conflict about it. Sex should be fun, sex should be loving, sex should be caring. Sex can be anything you want it to be, your body, your choice. But the orbitofrontal cortex is all about conflict. Should I, shouldn't I, will I, won't I? It's, and once again, when we're coming out of something where there's been an infection, it's a real problem. Because we don't feel worthy, we don't feel good enough, we don't feel loved and liked and cared for and nurtured. Okay, next little area showing up here, subclosal gyrus. So this is the depression associated with that. It's the suppressed personality. It's the held in part of you that just wants to get out there and go, hey, this is me. I'm ready to live my life. Come on, people. Where are you? Yeah. So brain wants to run away rather than just standing up and owning your life. Okay. Where's next? So there's no PPSS left. We need a diffusion. We need a diffusion. So it's just hit a spot where I need to diffuse some of that energy. So in essence, okay, box 1 bush, 3, 4. Isopogon. Isopogon is for left-right brain integration. It's one of the ones in the super learning essence. It's to do with when your brain can't find a logical and creative solution for something. Okay, isopogon helps retrieve memories from the past. Working with age regression, everything's stored in the mind, so it's all there. It's just sort of hidden in different little compartments that come out during certain types of stimulation or stress or control. And this can be for when you've had powerful people in your world who are dominated, who are trying to dominate. So when you've got those bossy, arrogant, domineering attitudes around you, and I think where you are, because it is such a male, masculine, dominated career path that you've chosen until you get out and go farming or something, this helps to bring out that natural leader who is inspiring, wise, tolerant, and flexible, and who encourages others to develop their own skills and abilities. So it's about getting that understanding, flexibility, maybe because because your masculine side was really up and running, because you've been trying to create a boundary between you and others so that you don't get found out, you don't get hurt, you don't get, because you know it's really, you're really struggling within that industry, and keeping up with them all is such a hard slog. Anyway, so it's 4 drops. I now relate to others with understanding and flexibility. I now have access to my skills whenever they are needed. I now learn from my experiences. And it's funny, when it comes down to it, at the age that we are, because that bliss point was messed up when you were in your mother's womb, that's the first lesson that life's going to be tough, and that you're going to have to, have those barriers up, be a tough bitch some of the time, just to get through. And it's a really hard lesson to unlearn when you have things like what your father did to you, and you're going through life, and then there's abuse within a relationship, and so you end up learning over and over again that the people who love you didn't do what they should have for you to keep you safe and to keep you happy and to keep you in a healthy place. Okay, I've got to add in one more affirmation, which is, I have an intense sex drive. For some reason, I have an intense sex drive. I have an intense sex drive. Old pain and punishment circuit. Life is good, life is good, life is good. Yeah, and you just have to get to your age and know that you're a grown-ass woman and no one can hurt you. It's really about that responsibility and taking care of yourself, and knowing that no one can hurt you without your consent. Because of all the crazy energy on the planet, I've been listening to some light workers in the last 4-6 weeks, and they keep on reminding everyone that, hey, you're only a victim if you allow yourself to be. And the energy on the planet, hey, there's some big agendas going on, we all know that, but we can still, our bodies are still our choice, our body our choice. We have the choice of body autonomy. There will be bribes by our governments to try to make us do things we don't want to do, but it's still our choice if we are bribed or not. So just a reminder that your body, your choice. We only play the victim if we allow ourselves to play the victim. I am in control of my body. I am in control of my brain, as are you. Okay, so I need to do another reticular activating system circuit. Okay, so this is the one that is, right, so it's an old pain punishment circuit, switching down your serotonin and just keeping that nervous system really ready for the next stress. And of course, by the time we've been inflamed sexually for months and years on end, that doesn't feel like it's ever going to end. And the brain considers it almost like a pain punishment circuit every time there's the hint of sexual pleasure. Not a nice place to be. mind and body are primed for sex. My sex drive is powerful and strong. Okay. Escape. Yeah, and when I get a surrogate on the table later on, I'll, or whether it's tomorrow or Wednesday, but soon hopefully, I'll check your supplements again as well, because I'm wondering whether or not we need to start cutting down on the O clears, the T clears, that sort of thing. So maybe we're at that point where we've got rid of a whole bunch of the xenoestrogens, and maybe now it's time to do something for the natural healthy estrogens as well. Like we might have just hit a bit of a tipping point. Another RAS circuit. Yeah, escape, submission, freeze again. Okay, good. Okay, in relation to these affirmations, in relation to any diffusion, we still need to do another diffusion. Okay, we need another flower essence. Okay, so we need to have some mint bush. Now, mint bush is about spiritual expression and confusion. So, and once again, I know we've sort of chatted about this, you know, the comment of, oh, I wish I just had cancer, because then they could just chop it out, you know, rather than an infection that's so insidious and takes hold. So mint bush is for when you're at that spot where you choose to live or you choose to die. So there's even some energy in there that's linked to that thought of, oh God, how long do I have to look after my health, look after my life, look after my body, so that I can keep moving forward. It's just a bit of a challenging one, but yeah, so mint bush is when you are getting to that point where it's just too much, so this just helps to diffuse it and calm it down. So it's a real spiritual confusion energy. Okay. Now there's another reticular activating circuit. Okay, so it's noradrenaline, so the expectation of long-term stress. Right, so that is, right, so thinking about those thoughts that were happening months ago, it's like, oh man, I just wish I had cancer so I could get this over and done with. So the noradrenaline is making your brain pay attention to every bit of ouchy painfulness that you've got. So it's making you focus on the pain, which is making your brain focus on how far you've got to go as opposed to how far you've come. Because when we're focused on the pain all the time, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it gets into the brain going, this is my life is pain, my life is punishment, I have nothing good in my life. So it makes it very, very hard to focus on the good things going on. Yeah. Pain, punishment. Okay, survival, deep survival, hidden deep survival. Present tense affirmations, future tense affirmations, natural affirmations. So they're all showing up okay at the moment. Celestial circuit, survival, deep survival, hidden, CC, trust, AC, response, amygdala, A, B, C, D, para, working memory. Damn, another RAS circuit. The reticular activating, so don't forget, RAS is all about what hormones you release when something new is happening in your world. Yeah, so anything new around your sexuality, your brain is assuming you're going to go into a downward spiral of pain and punishment. Which lowers your serotonin, makes it easier to get depressed, pops you into the I want to run away category, rather than owning your life, living your life, smiling, moving out there in the world, creating relationships, creating your own happiness. Okay, I think we're done for this circuit. This is a new program for this body now and in the future. The old program for this body is no longer necessary now in the future. Hallelujah and amen. Okay, so I'll talk again soon. Take care.